And it started to snake and it's gone. Oh! Here's the whale tail. Oh, the front wheel. Oh, look at that. Will that make it all the way down to the bottom up there? What do you think? Anyway, off we go. Through the chicane. Steering this particular soapbox might be his biggest challenge, because that weight on the top's going to make it very awkward. He's OK up to now. Red Bull Alert still going strong, landed on the back wheel. I thought he might come a cropper there, but he's managed to keep it going. And he's pointing to the crowd. Here he comes then. Can he go? Oh, he's knocked the finish line down. They can't believe what they've seen. Look at this over the finish line and the Shark's teeth straight through the Red Bull side. Hector, Victor, the two lads here. It's a calamari sandwich, I'm told. Apparently a calamari sandwich is a delicacy in Madrid. So they've talked the talk, now can they walk the walk? They say they're going to win it, San Benito Racing. They have lofty expectations and they've got the eyes of all of the competitors here today on them. Going to need to generate a wee bit more speed if they can. They're starting to pick up now, heading towards the whale tail. Here's the whale tail. Oh, the front wheel! Oh, look at that, the front wheel when they both came out. Loads of speed. There's the take. Oh, it's gone on take off the wheel. And then, of course, the axle digs into the ramp and over they went. That was like putting the brakes on. Here's the car wash. Now we go through the tunnel. What about the speed? 42 kilometres an hour. There's the water. It's falling apart around them. Holds onto it, gets it round there. Here's the stair set. Oh, it's spectacular through the... Oh, she's gone off the back. Gone off the back. It's no good pointing. Get down towards the finish. Watch this. It's Ilona that's gone off the back. She can't hold on, look. She knows it's over at that point. They were going so fast and so well. They get down to the finish, but it's a case of what could have been. Oh, she nearly went again. Here we go, through the chicane. He's gone for the handlebars. That's the way they're going to steer it. And it's looking pretty quick so far. Over the ramp, no problem. Just started to lose the back end ever so slightly. Manages to correct it. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, he's gone over. He's gone over. That's enough to make anybody clam up, isn't it? He's OK, which is good news. But that clam has now become clam chowder. I'm not filled with confidence that this is going to get to the bottom. Look at this. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Surely. Here we go. This is a white knuckle ride if ever I've seen one. The samurai gate. The stabilisers are working well here. Over the seesaw. Oh, he's all over the place, look. Come on. Now the kicker. Wobbling, but not rolling. Here we go. Moving down towards the berm. Here's the berm. He's gone high, he's gone wide. He's gone round it too. How did he stay on there? Oh, he's over. And then he's rolled in. He's into the cabbage. Oh, my word. Look at him in there. Look at him in there. Oh, dear. And he's gone through the water. Started to pick up some momentum. Started to pick up some speed. Down towards the tricky part. Not in complete control at this stage, for my money. Around that corner, there's the kicker. He's wobbling now. He's lost it now. He's gone now. Oh, he's taken the cameraman as well, I think. Wow. That's the kicker there. If you can avoid that, you can avoid the bouncing. And when it starts to move side to side like that, it's so hard to get it back, and they couldn't do it. Oh, look at that. So let's see whether this is Super Mario or not so Super Mario. It's just like a go. Oh, it's not so Super Mario, is it? Oh, you've got to get further than that. Look at this. Bottom of the ramp. Just about before they even get to the bottom of the ramp, he's gone. A little bit more cautious now. Through the chicane. How far will he? Oh, not very far again. I'd give it up as a bad job. Over the bridge. Really fast. Just got to keep fighting that steering wheel, keep it going. Oh, he's got it back again. Wow, how did he manage that? Oh, the wheels are starting to go, are they? Over the kick. Oh, it's a big crash into the fence. Well, he should have lost it way earlier than he did. Oh, that's got to hurt. Wow. I think in the trade they call that a face plant. Can't actually work out how they managed to stop it flipping over early in the run. This is where it all ended. Oh, look at the speed into the crash barrier. And then watch this. Oh, that was spectacular. The Free Willy's still on the way down. It's part of it gone. Here's the jump anyway. Oh, wobbly through there. He's okay still. Now it might be a good time to put your feet down. Still he goes, looking to build some momentum. Over. Oh! It's amazing how fast they go when you take your feet off the tarmac. Top Gun crash and burn. No explanation needed. He's got the bike wheel at the front of the handlebar steering, enough said. I think he's lucky there's no water to navigate as well. Whale tail on the agenda, holds on tighter to those handlebars. Oh, now he's off. You could see the whites of his knuckles as he got towards the whale tail because he knew he was giving it absolutely everything. He thought this is do or die. And when that front wheel hit the middle of the whale tail, he got nowhere left to go. There's your problem. Here we go, just about through there. Might need another push in a moment, yeah. No, I think the wheels have gone, look, they've gone either side. There we go, give him a push. Keep it going. Go on, push a bit harder. There we go. I've spotted the problem, he says. No, still not fixed it. Well, that's what we'll do, we'll turn it round. They're actually going backwards as quick as they were going forwards. Okay, now it's going backwards down the course. And they can't see they're coming up to the first ramp. Oh! Let that be a lesson. Don't try and go backwards down the course. What were they thinking? Look at this. They don't even know they're there. Out come the balls. At least they've got something soft to land on. Who's going to pick all those up now? Whether it can stay balanced, I don't know. Handlebar steering, chunky wheels, 40 out of 40 for the performance. So that bodes well for can you Bellini it. Now they've got to get it from top to bottom in a good time. Through the water. It is quick too, you can see that. Andrews hanging on for grim death at the front. Oh, is he going to get through? No! So much promise at the top and so much heartbreak after that. This is where it all just gets flattened. Too high over the wedge. The wheels get buckled underneath it, fold underneath it. Can you Bellini it? Over and done. Off we go. Now, they built the car in a week, and it's basically a bathtub. Here's the berm. Oh, he's gone too high, he's gone too high, he's got back down. Oh, they've gone. Lettuce everywhere. Here's the onboard shot, which is brilliant. They know at this point, they can see the whites of the spectators' eyes up there. Right, off we go again. Over the kick, oh, over the kicker, I felt that. Here's the chicane, they're really fast, you know. Oh, but they can't steer it, they're going that fast, they can't steer it. That had all the makings of a really good run, apart from the crashes. Narrow big wheels, narrow big wheels, narrow big wheels. Through the chicane, not taking any chances through there. This is where it all starts to get interesting now. Here's the fun stuff, starting with the Samurai Gate. Oh, they've lost the line, but they're back on it. Over the seesaw. I think they've lost all semblance of control now, in all honesty. The brakes aren't being used, they've forgotten about them. Over the kicker, here's the berm. They're wide, they're narrow, they're up, they're over. Oh, my word. By the time they got to the berm, no chance. Oh, look at that. Finish line in sight. Both of them are fine, which is good to see. Off we go. Through the car wash. My fingers tightly crossed. Here's the tunnel. What's the speed? 36. Here's the water. Oh, he's gone through there really fast. Can he keep it going through here? Stair set next. Down the stair set, nose first, but still going. It's the straw. He's backwards now. They're backwards. They're reversing towards the finish. He can't see. Down we go. Hang on. Here's the finish. And down. Oh, he doesn't know there's a drop. Oh, he's going to be run over. He's going to be run over. He didn't know there was a drop there. He'd forgotten about that. Look at that through there. Wow. There's the crash into the straw. Circaretto, the circus cart, and look at this. There's a very impressive big top-modelled soapbox making its way down, controlled by potentially a sat-nav on the phone. We'll wait and see. not controlled very well, though, because they've gone high-sided round the corner. And El Circaretto, that was okay at the top, wasn't particularly good halfway down. And the Jaguar Mark II is on the way down, the E-Type, with Charlie behind the wheel. Nice and quick down towards the Lido. Let's see how they go through here. Very bouncy through there. It's a big, long soapbox, and then over the lolly drop. He's given it absolutely everything, but he can't keep it straight. And he caught the straw bale, and that was it. Really, really quick at the top part. Look at it here. He's trying his best to keep it going. Never really recovered after that. And there's the bale sticking out. They couldn't miss it. So down they go. Varad is the driver, and he's gone for the handlebar technique for the steering, and they're around the berm okay. It's nice and sleek, this one, aerodynamically sound. It's got those big wheels at the back, though, and the one at the front, and we've seen that design not particularly work well today. There's the bone shaker. He's okay at the moment. He's really enjoying it too, shouting at the crowd on the way down. Oh, he's not going to shout anymore, though, is he? That put a sock in it. That big bend. There we go, over to one side. There's just not enough stability. They've got to put their foot on the gas at the top and get down, although they've lost most of it already. And they are in trouble already, moving down towards the Lido. This doesn't look like it's going to last very long, does it? Over the Lido, they lose a bit more. They've got to get that piece of polystyrene moved, otherwise it's going to act as a brake. Oh, look at he's going now. He started to go. Give him a push, go on. Gas, gas, gas. Needs some gas, gas, gas to get down here. Over the bone shaker. Oh, it's gone. And they've both gone as well. Phil and Nick are out. And it was always likely. He's got the steering wheel in his hand. I don't quite know what you do from there. And there's the Grand Slammer. Absolutely total in that soapbox. Plenty of speed at the top. And we're coming round to the tricky right-hander. It's straight after this left-hander, so you've got to make sure you've got the soapbox in the right position on the track to get through there as smoothly and as quickly, and it helps if your wheels stay on. You can't legislate for that. Look at that front left wheel. I mean, there's nothing you can do after that. So off they go. Anna is the driver, Jesse is the passenger. Nice and steady at the top. Quite twisty at the top, remember. Around the next corner they go! I was about to say around the next corner they go, but they didn't make it. There's the roll. There's the tarmac, game over. It's a gigantic pig look, and it's the handlebar steering, 3 wheels. Exactly the kind of soapbox I like, nice and wide, difficult to handle, lots of potential issues. Down we go. Now we've got the chicane. You can see the fear in the pig's eyes. Here we go towards the kicker, over we go. Oh, nice and steady through the chicane. I thought this would be more difficult than it's turning out to be. This is okay. Little ramp to go. A little bit too early to celebrate. Let's just concentrate on getting there and getting the time. There we go. Now the finish looming large. Over we go. Let's have a look at the time. 45.21. He's losing it now. He's lost it now. This is where he lost it. Slams the brakes on too hard and high sides it. It's not the pig's fault, though. It's nice and narrow, this one. It should be okay through the chicane, shouldn't it? And it is nice and stable at the moment. Don't speak too soon. Got to be nice and precise through there, and they are. And then over the cobbles. They were quite quick through the cobbles. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? No! He can't, can he? Look at it through there. He's fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and bang. Well, there's Givray on the way down in a very unspectacular run at this stage. This one is extremely bright and extremely big. Might need to release the brakes at some stage. Oh, it gets a bit more spectacular there, though. It's the kicker before the corner, and the soapbox literally disintegrated over it. There's the spin, and then the whole momentum just took the polystyrene apart. That's all that's left of that. And they are off. And look at Patrick steadily jogging behind, just in case he's needed. That's what a teammate's... Oh, he's gone, look! That's what a teammate's all about. Here he goes, watch this, watch this. Oh, there you go, Blythe. Oh, that's a stinger. Anyway, down he comes. Give it a push. It is slightly uphill there, that's the problem. Down we go. Right then. Here we go, round the corner. Oh, just holding it, hold it, hold it. It's going to tip it. Oh, they're out. They're out. It was just that second up there when it was frozen in time and you think, is it going to go? Is it going to go? Is it going to go? Of course it's going to go. It's the Red Bull Soapbox Race. Of course it's going to go. Plenty of speed, though. Just the one wheel at the front, and it started to go, and he won't stop it from there. with all the weight at the top, as soon as it started to wobble, you were never going to pull it back. Look at his face, he's trying desperately to hang on to it. But he's going to carry on, because this is the spirit of the day. And he might need a bit of a push just to get it started again. There's not much left of one side of it, so he's going to have to be careful from here. Over steel works, and still kind of okay, but he's heading towards the straw bales again. This might not be as straightforward as he thinks. Still going towards the bone rattler, which could be a real problem. Oh, he's gone again, look at it now, there's hardly anything left of it. Well, he's going to carry on as best he can. He's a trooper if nothing. Oh, it's gone altogether now, surely. Surely it's gone now. Surely he can't salvage it from here, can he? Well, they're opening back in again. He's nothing if he's not determined. It's the unsinkable ship, this one. On he goes again, look. The front wheel's wonky, the rest of it's gone. And he's still going to get past the factory as well, let's not forget. Here's the factory. Hold your breath, fingers crossed, over he goes. Can he get to the finish line? He can, and then he's gone into the bales at the end. Well, you've got to give him 10 out of 10 for effort. He's looking more awkward every time you see him. He'd be happy to be shot out of there, I think. Now they've got the kicker to come. I can't wait to see this. I think he's warning him. Here we go. Here's the kicker. Is he going to do it? Oh, no. I'm not surprised his bottle went there. Wobbling down. There's still the ramp to go. Oh, he's gone into the bales and lost his passenger again. Here we go. Look, he avoids the kicker and then can't steer the soapbox. Look, he's gone. Bang. All over. This is going to be fascinating. The wheels on the outside only seem to be cosmetic. The structure is underneath. You can't really see. It's quite narrow. Starting to pick up speed now. It's all about whether Ineke can hold it. Look at the speed he's got. Look at the speed he's got. He's doing... Oh, look at the speed he's got. That's the spot all the time. It doesn't matter the fact those wheels have come off, because it's those four underneath that he needs. He's working so hard on those handlebars. Working so hard, he's lost it again. Oh, that's a big off. His arms must be hanging off. They must be hanging off. Look at that. Bang, straight in. Right then, let's see what the girls can do. Oh, a little bit wobbly there. I didn't think they'd make the ramp. Oh, they're referees, essentially, that's the theme. And they tell us, they've been quite honest, they haven't checked the brakes. I think that's the first thing I'd check. Right, around the berm. Lots of shrieking and whistling going on here. Over the kicker. Oh, there we go, the wheel's gone. There we go. They just can't handle it. When will they ever learn? Oh, yes, nice and quick through there. Naikin Tuvas. Over the bone rattler, he's fine. Very well designed, well driven. Oh, forget the tractors, you might have a future in Red Bull Soapbox Races. 52.04, but he's tasted the tarmac at the end. He knows there, look. Oh, well done, Sagitas. He's thoroughly enjoyed that. So this extremely long soapbox starts to meander its way down this extremely fast course with those little wheels and the long chassis. And it's started to snake and it's gone. And it's pushed the crowd barrier backwards. This is where it started to go wrong. They lose the back end. It's too long to get back. The first thing you'll notice about this particular soapbox, it's very long and it's very wide. No problem through there. Now they've got the jump for the first time, which they're safely over as well. So far, so good for the Flintstones. Now they've got the berm to contend with. Round the berm they go. Oh, it's gone! It's gone on the berm, and Wilma has been thrown out the back. That front wheel gets snagged, and husband ejects wife. Off we go. There he is, look. We can see you, Steve. Down goes this very, very large slice of beans on toast through the disco tunnel. I always think you've got to be very brave to pilot one of these soapboxes down, laying on your front. But that's exactly what Steve Pilotosaurus is doing. Over the bone shaker, all the beans still on the bread. As we head down towards the berm. Oh, he's lost it there! Never got to the berm. Too much speed, lost the back end into the straw bales. This is the point, look, where Jurassic Fart became a has-been. We have got an exploding device on this soapbox, we're told, and chocolates may well spray into the crowd. And we've also got the first few leprechauns, as you spotted at the top, which it's taken a while. Watch out for the chocolates if you see them. There's the exploding chocolate box. And there's the berm. Oh, didn't do the berm, did he? He did one side of the berm and then lost it going the other way. Certainly the place to be standing today, isn't it, on that berm? It's the most spectacular part of the course because they're carrying so much speed into that section. So down we go. They're from Madrid, and the team is made up of people who work here in the city. Let's see whether they can maintain the speed that they've started the run with. Oh, he's gone already! I was about to say it's not the steepest soapbox course that we've ever had, but he's straight out already. That's what happens when you get an early wobble on. He's still smiling though, which is always a good thing. It's awkward that, because his arms are tight by his side. I think he's finding it difficult to steer it, you know. Certainly difficult to keep it going straight. Oh, he's going to go again! Down he goes. Second time. It's not really the obstacles that are causing a problem, it's just him. Look how little the steering wheel is, and it's right on his lap. He's got no way of turning the soapbox at all. Little wave to the crowd. He's hoping they don't know what happened further up the course. At least he's enjoying himself. Oh, he's gone again! That's 3. If you can't even go in a straight line, you've got a problem. There we go. Bosh! At least he knows what to do on landing now. Off down the ramp at the beginning. And they're already wobbly. Concentration etched on the face of Dominic, the pilot, as he gets over the kicker. Small, this one, small and compact, might be streamlined. They've got the pram wheels on there. See whether they're strong enough. And then the water, and he's lost it, and he's out. Couldn't hold it through there. And this is where it all went wrong. The wheels have gone there, look, left and right. And then as it goes, bang. Nice and steady round there. Well and truly strapped in. 2 wheels at the front and 1 at the back. And he's okay up to now. Oh! Oh, I didn't know what was going to happen there. Could have gone anywhere. He's holding on, holding. Oh, holding. Oh, he was going to go to the right, was going to go to the left. Oh, really quick through there. That's no problem whatsoever. I think he might just have had a bit of a squeeze of the brake before he got to the second half of that, which is sensible. Now they've got to get the momentum back again to go into the chicane. Really good through there up to now. Yeah, that's fine. Now they're going to go over the potholes and then they'll face the kicker. No problems for anybody over the potholes as yet. Over we go. Oh, there's a problem there. I think it's landed too heavily at the back. They got real height over that, and then, oh, there we go. Landed far too heavily, and it all went wrong over the potholes. At least if anything goes wrong here, they've got medical attention on site as part of their own team. Certainly feeling the breeze on the way down. Hope the patient's going to be okay. Over the ramp, there we go. Oh, the wheel's gone. That front wheel couldn't take it. Can it keep going? Just about. Credit to the driver for actually keeping it moving forward with some semblance of control. Got to keep the weight off that front wheel that's gone. Over the whale tail. It's completely gone now. Completely gone now. This is where it comes to grief initially. That's where the wheel first goes, look. He knows. You can tell by the look on his face. It looks quite high, doesn't it? There's a lot of room between the rubber on the wheels and where Milton is sitting. Whether that's going to work, rather him than me. Not the smoothest of starts either, is it? Walking pace towards the berm. I wonder whether he's got enough speed to get round it, you know. He hasn't, look, he's gone! You can see that, couldn't you? He's got no speed at all. Milton knows, look. That's Milton knows, not Milton's nose. And then over he goes, look at that. But it's not very big, so down it goes. And he's wobbling all over the place at this stage. He said he's bodged the brakes, which would concern me a little bit. Here we go towards the berm, if he can get there. Oh, he's hit a problem. The wheel's gone low. Oh, both of them have gone. Look at that one pop off there. Dalius is the pilot. I wouldn't want to be standing up on the back. Good idea, sit yourself down. Don't stand over the kicker. Oh, there we go. Right, he's up again. Here's the berm. Will he have the bottle to stand up through the berm? No. Oh, it just catches the bag. Oh, they've gone, look. That's where it goes. The point of no return. It's interesting to look at, isn't it? It's a traditional Italian dish which is white asparagus dipped in a sauce of hard-boiled eggs. See whether they can get the speed at the top to carry them to a good position at the bottom. over the kicker. Oh, 3 wheels, front one's gone. The front one's gone, nose dive in, front one's gone, and you can't go any further with that. Here we go, look, front wheel, too much weight, bang. Here we go then, over the ramp. Oh, he's snaking all over the place, but he managed to somehow come out the other side. I thought he was going to lose it there. Right, now can Pablo get some momentum, and can he actually keep it straight? It's often an idea, you know, to test the soapbox before you race it down a hill, to actually see if it goes in a straight line. Here's the water. Oh, I thought he might get stuck in there. I thought the front wheels might get stuck in the dip. I'm actually starting to feel seasick watching this one. Left to right, to left to right, to left. Oh, he's gone again. Oh, the back one's gone. You can't have the whole weight of a soapbox on a pram wheel because they just fold like a cheap suit. Watch that. Bang, that's it. This is difficult, you can see. It's just going to be so hard to keep it straight. Look at it. You can see by the design. He's gone. Oh, he's gone, look. Couldn't even get off the bottom of the ramp. The base at the bottom is too wide for what he's trying to do, and then the wheels are too small. It's just designed wrong. Tiny wheels, wide base, wobbling all over the place. Over you go. Nice big push-off at the top. It's got those narrow wheels at the front and at the back. Let's see what it rides like, shall we? I think they'll do well to get this down in one piece. It looks a bit rickety at the minute on the sides. I'm just taking a wild stab in the dark here. There's the boom! Oh, the wheel's gone. Wheel's gone straight away. It's a lesson to any soapbox builder that if you have wheels that size and that narrow, you can't have too much weight going on that side of it. Tommy is the brave pilot. 1 wheel at the back and 2 at the front. Oh, he's gone already. He got about 5 yards. I know it's based on fortnight. It might take him a fortnight to get to the bottom. Now, Tommy back on his feet. He's okay, but I think that's it for the soapbox, from what I can see.
And down they go. And it's all so far so good. Usain Bolt pointing the way. Concentration on the face of the driver. Into the chicane. I just wonder whether the weight on the left side of this, the left side of the cart, might pose an issue, because it's certainly going to be heavier that side, isn't it? Oh, there's the proof! They've veered left, almost got into the crowd. Usain Bolt's okay. In fact, he's pointing at the pair of them, saying it's your fault. You can just see it, though, start to move towards the left, move towards the bales, crash. Over they go.
He's building up some speed here through the car wash. Parts of the soapbox starting to come off. 36 kilometres an hour. Here we have the water. Flies through there, no problem there. Now we've got the stair set. Down the stair. Oh, look at that! Down the stair set. Wow, watch this. Nose first. It just stopped. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The full weight of the soapbox down on him as well. That looked painful, didn't it? They've got lots of protection on there as well, haven't they? Look at those helmets. So 1 wheel at the front, 2 at the back, the tricycle, and Sean hanging on at the back and trying to get his weight into the corners. There's the condiments if you need them. Oh, he's lost it there! Wow, look at that! There was no way they could save that. Watch this around here. He's going so fast and then the back end skids out. I think that left wheel might well have been coming off. It did in the end anyway. And there was no way the 2 guys could stay on there. They're a group of old childhood friends who reunited for the soapbox race. There we are, bringing people together. Here's the bone shaker. Seems to be slightly imbalanced, doesn't it? Leaning to one side already. Anyway, it's all right up to now. Nice and quick, moving towards the berm. Very quick through there. Oh, he's gone, look at that. Watch this. That's as spectacular a crash as we've seen all day. Look at that, the helmet went and everything. He's so lucky there. Wow. It's a good-looking soapbox on the eye. Plenty of work has gone into it. Through the chicane. Safely through there, though. No problem. It's quite a high steering position, isn't it, for the driver. Nice and quick at this stage. Oh, look at that. Lots of speed there. They're okay. That's as spectacular as we've seen through that chicane. Watch this. Oversteers it, look, and then it hits the bale and grips, and you could see the wheel had just started to buckle as well, and there was nothing else they could do to keep it going at that point. Let's see whether they're crazy on the way down. This small Jeep from Jurassic Park is off and on its way here in Switzerland, with a very bizarre fella running behind them, and big air there over the kicker. That soapbox literally took off, and again. Oh, look at that! The wheel has gone. Watch this. Bounce, and then, oh, took off. Off we go. And I've got to give him 15 out of 10 for bravery going down sideways. That's Martin, the pilot. Here we go towards the Lido. Yeah, he's all right through there. I have no idea how he's managing to steer. Somebody else is steering. It's at the back, look. I think that's Martin underneath. I didn't see. Oh, he's gone! He's gone! Blimey! The big story about this run's all about the departure from the stairlift of Craig, the co-pilot. He was OK through the Lido. He wasn't OK when they got to Lolly Drop. That was where it all went wrong. It looks flimsy. It's quite tall. And I wouldn't want to swap places with the pilot, Alex. Even getting down the ramp there is going to be tricky, but they've set off at a rare old speed, and he's perched high, looking out over the top. Most of it's big, but the wheels and the axles are small. How he's balancing this, I've got no idea. Oh, he's in the straw, he's gone, look at that! That's a proper roller. Now he's got to rip most of it off to try and get going again. Alex is undeterred, he's going straight back in. Look, he's lost control there. The straw, lean back, just managed to avoid the spectators. Right, let's see what happens now. We're down to the whites and the yellows. Trying to get some speed up again. Oh, he's gone again, look at that! Oh, nosedive! Look at him, watch this. Going. Oh, gone. Look how steep that start ramp is. And look at Kurt hanging on grimly at the back. There's the first kicker, nice and easy over there. Moving down towards the split decision. Which side is he going to go? He's going to go down the steps. That's going to be the first choice. There we go. Oh, straight in. That's a spectacular finish for the pre-gamers. Look at that, always moving to one side. Down we go towards the kicker. Might need to speed up if he wants to make a big impact. Over there, just about. Got to let go of the brakes, my friend. The double kicker comes next. Speed's a real problem here. Oh, it's not just the speed that's a problem. Oh, he's gone. What about that? That must be the slowest crash of that type that we've ever seen. And it's because he's got no speed. How on earth is he supposed to get the soapbox over a double ramp at walking pace? He knows, look. Here's the big right-hander which leads you to the Samurai Gate. The soapbox theme is a pumpkin because they like Halloween and they also like fairy tales. After the Samurai Gate, it's the seesaw, and then you pick your kicker. Will Cinderella go to the ball? Will Cinderella go to the finish line? Will Cinderella come a cropper at the berm? We will see. Here we go then, the berm. Up, gotta come down, but don't go down that way. It's okay to go up, but you've got to come down. It's a real drop off there. Look at that, how far down that is. Oh, look at that. There goes Green Machine with lots and lots of speed at the top, but there's no surprise there. I'm not quite sure where he can see. Oh, there he is, just through that dark window there. Flying down, really good run at the top, got through the difficult bit. Now, can he keep some speed towards the bottom? Oh, he's gone at the burn. There you see it. Too much speed, loses balance, over he goes. Now, the Green Machine bites the dust at that stage. And so now it's whether they can get down to the bottom. He's having a good old push behind, isn't he? Over the... Oh, he's gone! He's gone. Whose round is it? Is it yours? Here we go. It's built for speed, this, and we will see. It looks the part, doesn't it? It's not that quick going into the berm. He should be okay through here. Getting the weight at the right part. Look, now he's going fast. Oh, wow. High-sided it into the berm. Well, watch this. He's okay here. Then he high-sides it there. Bang, no way back. Not that quick through there, but it will start to speed up now. That's where the speed comes in, down that drop. 31 kilometres an hour, but it only gets faster from here, through the water. Oh, he's nosed into there, look. The nose of the football hit the straw and it threw him through the air. Watch this. It's the nose of the ball that hits the straw. Bang! And then back, the back end comes flying round. He looks nervous, doesn't he? Cool, they picked an interesting soapbox as well. A victory salute, which might be premature. Decent speed, I've got to say. No, they've avoided the whale tail. We can't have that. Get them back on the ramp again. They go, oh, they're going to do the berm, and he wishes he didn't. They didn't just try the berm, they literally went right to the top of the berm. Cool, look at that, that's a great shot from on board, just to see how much it flipped over. Karen and Christina coming to grief at the berm. And off they go in their soapbox. Bit tentative off the ramp, but maybe not quite as courageous as some we've seen today. Now the fella's standing up at the back as well. He got off just in time. He got off just in time. You can see it wobbling into that corner, and he's wrestling with the steering, look, and then the lad at the back dived off, which I don't think helped the pilot. Right, coming down towards carpool. Go on, give him a push. They need some more speed here. And we go. Oh, the first one's gone. Oh, the second one. Oh, he's gone as well. All three. All three went. He's on his own now, look. And he's still got. Where have they gone, he's thinking? Here's carpool again. Sit back and enjoy it. Pilot oblivious. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Ivor is the pilot. Lee, the co-pilot, is firing water into the crowd. And this has set off at a fair old speed, this. Rocket to Mars. Crowd getting a dousing. Here's the water. OK through there. Front wheels just look like they might be bending a little bit. Got to keep your eye on the front left. Looks like it's going to go. I don't think it's going to get to the bottom, this one, you know. The front left wheel's gone. It's going down on 3 wheels at the minute. He's still keeping it going, Ivor. Here's the bone rattler. This should finish that off. Oh, look at that! Catapults it through. Almost a 360 in the air. The back went past the front. Have a look at it here. Rocket to Mars, into the bone rattler, and then the back comes right round. Look at that. He thinks he's OK. There's a shock on the cards, my friend. He's really set off at a clip here. Looks nice and composed, doesn't he? Different steering mechanism, different style for the rider. He's probably the smoothest through there that we've seen. Really got this one under control. Here's Big Air, fine through there. Might need a bit more speed. See if he can get that in the final part of this steep circuit here in Brussels, and down to the finish line. That's, oh, look at that! It was going so well, 46.22. He loved it. Watch this at the end. Don't bother about the brakes. Bang! Straight over the handlebars. So let's see what Be Brave can do. Certainly popular with the youngsters here today. Off they go. Well, he's all over the place right from the start, look. Here we go over the kicker. Just about OK through. Oh, he's not. He's go. Oh, look at that. He's wobbling all over the place right from the start, and he just can't hold it. And he knows there that it's all over. Oh, he's really flying now. Look at this. I'm not surprised you're doing that. Here's the big one then, Dutch Mountains, and he's all over the place. Dutch Mountain. Oh, he's bounced, he's wobbled. Oh, he's stayed up just. Still going. Is he? No. Needs a push. Come on, hurry up. Marca team, Spain's national daily sports newspaper, and the driver, Joel, is the editor. And the team is made up of Marca employees. And off they go. Oh, he's gone straight away. Straight into the bales. Oh, he's lost it there. Look, you could tell he knew, didn't he? He knew. Off and running. And Mitsuhiro Takanaka is the pilot. Right, round we go. Now it starts to get interesting. Through the tyres that make up the chicane. Let's have a look at the seesaw. Wobbly the wheels over the first kicker. Misses out the second one. Coming up to the dreaded berm. Up and high, down low. Oh, he's gone over. How many times have we seen it? It is turtle disaster. Mitsuhiro's got to be dragged out of there. It's the wrong line. When you get too low at the beginning, you've got to go high at the end. Handlebar steering. The brakes on this one, basically, it's a piece of wood that rubs against the tyres. So whether it's going to stop it, I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Big sombrero, wrap your legs around it, hold on for dear life and hope for the best. And that wasn't the best, was it? This is it, look. He's trying to steer it behind him, look, behind his legs. It's virtually impossible. I'm not sure you want a vest on as well down the cobbles when you come out like that. Oh, very athletic. It's a bachelor party, this, a stag night to you and I. So the Curaçao running team on the way down. What's he let himself in for? Over the kicker. Okay so far, if a bit... Whoa, oh, he's not okay! I thought he was going to keep it going there. He was all right at this point, then it all starts to go wrong, and you can tell by the look on his face that he's going to go into the hay bales there. And here he comes now towards Dutch Mountain. Over he goes, heavy landing again. He's fighting with those controls to try and keep it going, and there we go. Pram wheel, buckled, and Malemi is off down the course. Supposed to be a tractor, by the way, and the first thing that strikes me is it doesn't look a lot like a tractor, but they're happy with it, and they're enjoying driving it today. Here's the bird. Oh, it's gone! And he's face planted straight into the straw bales, the chap on the back. It actually grabs the dirt, the soil look, and then over it goes. And watch him at the back, bang, straight into the... That's what straw tastes like. I can't believe that creativity score. This looks great. The eyes are the helmets of the pilot and the co-pilot. Timo is the pilot. Here's the berm. Made in Finland is ground to a halt. Oh, boom! That went so slowly, even the crowd could get involved. There we go. What do you say? Going, 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 gone. The moment of truth has arrived. Be steady down there. I wouldn't want to be on this one. Here we go. Oh! Oh! Down we go. Look at him go over the top. There we go. No, I'll go as well. Steady. And they're on the way. Over the Lido, and they bounce through there, but they're okay. They look like they mean business. Zach's got his game face on. He went sideways into there. Sideways into Lollytrop. Let's have a look at the speed. Oh, they've just kissed the straw bales there. There's something wrong with it, you can see, because Zach the pilot keeps looking backwards. Over the Grand Slammer, and the back wheel has gone now. The tyre's come off as it's buckled underneath it. The run that started off so promisingly has come to an end in competitive terms. Struggling to control it there. You can see the back wheel is starting to go. Look at the tyre starting to shake, starting to come off the rim. They are 4 archaeologists, and I'm just looking at the design of this one. I'm not necessarily sure they can see that well, which at the speeds they're going to hurtle down this course could be a problem. Those little small wheels as well might make it difficult to control when the speed gets particularly high. And they're off down here towards the berm. They've got the bone shaker to go for him first. They've done that. Oh, look at that! Straight over the top of the bales and then into the berm on the other side. Look at this through there. Didn't roll it initially, actually skirted along the top of the bale. So that's nice and smooth. Might just need to let go of the brakes at some stage. Very, very careful at the moment, aren't they, these two? There's the cobbles. Now they've really got to open it up and try and get some speed into it. Here's the big air. And we're okay, just... Oh, no, we're not okay! Famous last words from the commentator. They just kiss the bales, and then all the momentum's gone. They lose control, and he knows at that point that he's coming out. He knows then you can't get it back at that stage. So La Police do chill. And they're going to choose to go through the water. There's a rare one. Most teams have gone for the bridge. It's nice and quick, this one. Sat precariously on the top. He's not now, he's out. He was sat precariously on the top. Quick, boys, get it back up. Get it back up. Get back in, it's okay. Really, oh, the steering, I think the steering's gone. This is where it finishes. Really, really fast, too fast. Can't control it, can't hold it, and over. It's got those wheels that worry me, that's all I'll say at this stage. So down they go. A little bit wider at the front, the axle, than at the back. And the wacky wagon okay up to now. It's nice inside, isn't it? Nice and comfortable with the furry dice and the furry steering wheel. And around that corner, very tight through there. Oh! That came to grief spectacularly there. Everything's okay here. And then they just catch that front right wheel and they're over. Right then, let's see what they can do. Kevin is the pilot. Justin, Simeon and Raymond, all of them pilots and engineers, so they should have a fair idea of how to build a quick soapbox, and they've gone rattling through there. Oh, that's spectacular. That's roll! I think if they could have got 5 metres more, they would have picked up the berm and naturally gone out on the right line. But the fact they went in a little bit too narrow and he's lost it. But they're going to get going again, and they're quick again, straight away. Certainly a fast one, this. Aeronautical Solutions coming down towards the chicane. He's lost it again. Let's have a look at the replay. Too quick, no control, too quick. Two small wheels at the front. He's steering it by those levers on the side, and he's got the giant wheel at the back, and then that humongous head, a humongous mask perched on his shoulders. There's the kicker, very slow over there, and he's finding it hard to keep it going. I'm not surprised. I don't remember which lever to pull at which time. Look at his arms wobbling, trying to keep it straight. There's the double kicker. I think he can see through the mouth. Got a big... Oh, he started to lose it! Oh, he's gone, look at that! Oh, you could see it coming, couldn't you? You could see it coming on the way down, look at him! Oh! He's going quick again. Down he goes. You can see the finish line. Starting to wobble again. Oh! It's a big old soapbox, this. And he's got the handlebar system and he's got the small wheels. If you've listened to me on this programme down the years, this is the worst possible combination for anybody. Size, handlebars, small wheels. Don't tend to work. They might prove me wrong. Oh, he's just started to lose the balance. He's gone already. He's dropped his burger. Look at it through there. No way he can get round, and over we go. Right then, moving down towards this drop-off and then down towards this berm, and that's going to really sort this team out, you would suspect. Right then, how's your bottle? Down we go. Here's the speed. Can he get it round? Can he get it round? Can he get it round? Oh, he's gone straight on. He never even got started. Watch this. This is where it really starts to get quick, and you can't do a great deal about it. You can't slow it because it's too slippery, and he just couldn't turn it. Just couldn't get it round to the right, and they've made a right mess of it. It looks streamlined, and off it goes. Axle of evil with lots and lots of speed at the top. The driver is Mark, who's over the bone shaker, and he's managing to hold it. Slightly strange steering device, but it seems to be working okay. Oh, look at the speed here. Through the berm. Oh, he couldn't hold it, and he's rolled it. He was looking so good into the berm. So much speed at the top. This is where it starts to get quick. Pilot looking nice and comfortable at this stage. And this is where it starts to become a real test of the driver's nerve and ability. Over the kicker. Oh, he's lost the wheel at the back. They're usually so trustworthy, aren't they, these cars? The wheel's chasing him down the circuit. He's only got one. He's lost another one now. That's two gone, two down, two to go. Won't go forward like that. This is where they started to go. That kicker on that corner. Back right as you look at it. And the other one on the other side didn't last too long after that. Too much weight for the one wheel at the back. The next kicker. And it was all over by the shouting at that stage. There we go. It's a replica of Fiat's first car. This is my least favourite kind of design. Tall, small wheels, pram wheels, bendy wheels. There we go. It didn't last long, did it? It was heavy. It had bendy wheels. And what do bendy wheels do when you go around a corner? Correct, they bend. That's that. The beast of Turin has been tamed in Helsinki. Here we go then, not a great deal at the front. Here's the kicker then, apart from that one bicycle wheel. Now notice the pilot settled down a bit, now the moment of truth has arrived. What can they do around the berm? Oh, not a great deal, apart from fall off. Whoever's idea it was to put the straw bales just there, you were correct. No balance whatsoever. It's inspired by the Light Runner car from the Tron films. This is sleek, it's aerodynamic, it's built for speed, it's built for endurance. The proof is now going to be there for all of us to see. And it absolutely glides through the water feature, just starting to lose a little bit of control there. Oh, takes out part of the wedge. Oh, and it's gone. This was supposed to be a superstar soapbox that rattled down this course, set the fastest time, and gave everybody the target. The only concern I've got with this, and you'll see this, is it looks very frail. Look at it. Doesn't look like it's built for the rigours of a difficult soapbox course. It looks a little bit precarious, though, for the driver, doesn't it? Very tentative towards the kicker. Oh, oh, it's gone! Front wheels have gone, that's it. Watch this. There's no way you can have wheels of that size taking that kind of weight from that kind of drop. It looked frail, it is frail, and it's over. R2-D2 is ready. Let's have a look whether it works. Heading towards the berm, which has caused a problem. Not for this team, though. The first order well and truly on the way. Let's see whether these ramps pose a problem for the design, and for the wheels in particular. The first one didn't. Let's have a look at the double kicker. That front wheel starting to go, and R2-D2 nearly went into the crowd. It's that front wheel, look, that's not quite strong enough, and it can't hold it on the way down. One wheel with all that weight, recipe for disaster. Now they start to get quicker and quicker and quicker. Round the left-hander towards the right-hander with this dangerous jump to come. There it is. Starts to go, starts to wobble, hits the wall. They get it back again, but they can't keep it. Batman's gone, the Joker's gone, his trousers are gone, his underpants are hanging out, and Batman and the Joker come a cropper before the end. This is Team Silly Goose. There's the soapbox model on a goose that looks nothing like a goose. It's basically a chicken coop on four wheels, and now it's on its roof. He's lost it completely there, look. He tried to stop it with his foot, which is never going to happen, really, is it? Always great to see smiles on faces. It's that kind of day, that kind of event. Everybody here in a wonderful mood today. Just wonder whether Ian at the back is helping out a little bit by transferring his weight to make it slightly easier through there. Maybe not a bad idea, in hindsight. And as the momentum begins to build, Steen is able to keep it away from the bales. That's really nicely done, fantastic. Oh no, he's gone at the end. He'd even lulled me into a false sense of security. I should know better. Just when you start to get that little bit of an adverse camber, you can't control it. He's even smiling as he hits the straw. Always worries me when the steering wheel is on cables. That's probably why. A bit quicker than it was. Got to hold on to those steering cables. Give it a pull. There we go. Chicane followed by ramp. Through the chicane. Here's the ramp. Whoa, when we get to the ramp, no we won't. Back wheel's gone. Just when Amelia was preparing for the ramp, it all went wrong into the straw bales. Off they go. A little bit slow off the ramp, aren't they? It's snaking already, this one, and they've wiped it out right at the start. Not quite sure what they're doing there. Look at the state of the wheel at the back. They're finished. Look at this. They were wobbling all over the place right from the start ramp, and they got about 40 yards. The soapbox is made of a barrel, bicycle wheels, and it's got the steering wheel of a truck. Kickers first then. That's the first big test, and probably the only test that this soapbox has ever had. Here we go. The moment of truth. Oh, it's gone! There's your answer. They were right, weren't they? They said to us, we don't want to test it because we think it might break. Well, it may as well break here, I suppose. Wheels slightly too wide, couldn't take the weight, bent, finished. This could be difficult through the chicane because it's quite wide. As you can see, it's quite wide, it's quite wide. Still going over the cobbles, just about, hang on. Now they're starting to build up some speed. I wouldn't wave if you're in the sidecar, just get hold of something firm and hang on. Right, down towards the car wash, through the car wash, down towards the finish, rapidly towards the finish, and then over we go. And in actual fact, it was Dad who came off and the daughter stayed on. That's not a real beard, by the way. And then off we go at the finish, brilliant. And off go Pokemon go-kart. It's a very strange steering mechanism that they've got here. Concentration for Jack over the Lido. He knows he can't be too quick because he's going to really wrestle with the bar if he starts to lose it. Look at it leaning. The front wheel's in the air. The back wheels have completely gone. It's actually turned completely around the wrong way. The front wheel's in the air there, look. And then over lolly drop, and the back wheel just completely folded the wrong way. They're a family team, and they challenged themselves to make the soapbox in 3 days. I don't know. I just kind of think you might need a bit longer. So off we go. Thin wheels, big wheels, and small wheels. A thin axle. 3 days. Off we go, over the cobbles. The wheels are all moving in different directions at the same time, if you notice. Here we go towards the Marquis steps. The wheels are certainly in different directions now. Look at them. Oh, he's all over the place. It's just collapsed underneath him. Look at that. Look at them. They're all pointed in different ways. I tell you what, if they were gangsters, they wouldn't get very far, would they, with the loot? And you don't need me to tell you it's a Scooby-Doo themed mystery machine. Down the ramp we go. It's gone left. Oh, it's gone into the barriers. I've never seen a start like that. The good news is the barrier is there and everybody's safe and well. Watch this. Down the ramp, he can't be concentrating because he's never tried to turn the wheel. Right, we're going again. Down towards the berm. Let's see what happens here. Down we go, round the... Oh, he's caught the front. Pilot's having a nightmare, by the way. Whether he just went in too tight. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, he's just too tight. Here we go. Big smile on the pilot's face. Here's the chicane. This is probably harder than the kicker because it's so wide. Bouncing down towards the finish. They've had a great day. Let's have a look at the time. Checkered flag wavers at the ready. We've got 107.13 and now they've all gone. The broccoli's gone, the carrots have gone, whatever else is in there. Oh, they've tipped the food all over the finish line. This is where it went. They braked too hard and lost it. Really enjoyed that, Marmitex, well done. And he steers this one with his hands and his feet. And it's a strange-looking contraption. Oh, and it's gone already! 20 yards? Wow. Watch this from the onboard. Down the ramp, lost it straight away, and both of them off. Team Jesus and Pablo. Looks like he's going to take his life into his own hands, and he's gone over straight away. Well, it didn't really give me a chance to say that I think he's got his work cut out to get from top to bottom on this. Right, this is where the speed tends to kick in. Down towards the water. It gets steeper now, and Team Jesus doing okay. Pablo seems to have found the way to do it. Here's the water. Oh, he's just... Oh, no, he's gone again. Oh, my word, that's got to stink. God, blimey. Look at that. Just caught those two wheels at the back, and then down you go, and that's going to leave a mark. Very interesting way to go about it. I don't see the necessity of the person laying down in front of the pilot, but all will become apparent, I suppose. Go on, let it go. Come on, here we go. And we are ready. A lot of moving parts on this soapbox. I wouldn't want to lay there, I can guarantee that. Drifting, 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 gone! There didn't seem to be any desire to try and move back into a straight line. Pilot's expression never changes, look, watch. Look, drifting, never turned the steering wheel. Straight into the barrier. Let's see how they do. There's the smoke over the bridge. This one's quite wide, the wheels are quite narrow. They're happy at the moment. Will they be happy by the finish? Will they get to the finish? It's a bit wobbly and twitchy through there. Here we come towards that first little kicker. He's lost it and he's rolled it. Well, it started to go and then it was almost in slow motion, wasn't it? The back wheels look like they're in a right old state. You're not going to drive that down the circuit, fellas. There's the roll. It's the back wheel that's gone. And in slow motion, over they go. Great crowd here today. And there's the finish. It started off with so much promise and ended with so much sweat and heartbreak. Oliver sat high up there, gliding round that left-hander. Got to keep it straight. You cannot make a mistake. If you're going to get inside 53 seconds, you have to be fast and you have to be absolutely perfect. So far, so good for this team. Need to get a bit more speed from somewhere. Has to get it moving quicker. Around the berm, a little bit of a wobble. Oh, they're just managing to stay on. Oh, they've gone. Their challenge is over.